This is the Mistress Carrie Situation Report for March 12, 2021. Your daily entertainment headlines, industry info, and everything rock. Sponsored by the Maine Hair Lounge, 393 Worcester Road in Framingham. If you want rockin' hair, log on to mainhairlounge.com. Serj Tankian from System of a Down has been very busy at the start of 2021. Next week, he releases his new solo EP, Elasticity, and he also released Truth to Power, which is a film that he scored himself that documents not just his career as a musician, but also his career as an activist. PeeWee Herman star Paul Reubens is the subject of an upcoming HBO documentary produced by Uncut Gems filmmakers, the Safdie brothers. It'll be directed by Matt Wolf, and the two-part documentary is described as, quote, a kaleidoscopic portrait told in two parts, and traces the life of the imaginative artist behind one of pop culture's most celebrated and unlikely icons, PeeWee Herman. Paul Reubens said in a statement, quote, I've been working with HBO since they were called Home Box Office, and I'm honored and excited to continue my long history there. I love HBO, but I'm not going to marry them. A whole group of bands are coming together for a live stream tribute to Joey Ramone on his birthday. Bands like Creeper, We Are Scientists, and the Future Heads have signed up for the event, which is going to take place on March 28th at 8 p.m. The show is going to be preceded by Tim's Twitter listening parties of the band's first two albums, their 1976 debut and Leaving Home that was released in 77. Of course, Joey Ramone died at the age of 49 back in 2001 after a 7-year battle with lymphoma, and he would have turned 70 this year. The live concert stream is raising money for charities researching lymphoma as well as obsessive-compulsive disorder, which Joey Ramone also suffered from. There is a huge Hollywood auction taking place. Items up for bid include H.R. Geiger's early xenomorph prototype from Alien, John McClane's Zippo lighter from Die Hard, and the Walther P5 handled by Sean Connery's James Bond. Julian's Auctions Hollywood Legends and Luminaries auction is set to take place April 28th and 29th in Beverly Hills. Other props from Hollywood include Edward Scissorhands' Scissor Hands, a pair of Air Jordan 2 sneakers worn by Bill Murray in Space Jam, and a Scout Trooper costume from Return of the Jedi. Cheap Trick have released another new song called Boys and Girls Rock and Roll from their upcoming album In Another World, which is coming out on April 9th. Boys and Girls Rock and Roll follows the previously released In Another World track. The album is also going to feature Cheap Trick covering John Lennon's Gimme Some Truth that they released for Record Store Day back in 2019. In a new interview with the Mercury News, Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath was asked about the possibility of another Sabbath tour at some point. He laughed and replied, I wouldn't think so, but it's a strange thing with Sabbath. I think it's highly unlikely that we'd get back on stage again. It certainly wouldn't be touring. We'd only do so many shows, if anything. The new band, Sion, that features former Killswitch Engage and current Light the Torch vocalist Howard Jones and YouTube guitar sensation Jared Dines, have released their first song called The Blade. The Scorpions have once again pushed their Las Vegas Sin City Nights residency plans with Queensryche back to 2022. Paul McCartney has announced the release of McCartney 3 Imagined, featuring the likes of Beck, Josh Homme, St. Vincent, Massive Attack, Phoebe Bridgers, Ed O'Brien from Radiohead, and more. The 12-song release will be digitally available on April 16th via Capitol Records, with physical versions to follow in the summer. If you were hoping for a Pink Floyd reunion post-pandemic, I hate to break it to you, but David Gilmour says no. He said, quote, it's run its course, we are done. I'm all for Roger Waters doing whatever he wants to do and enjoying himself, he told Guitar Player. And in a glimmer of hope for concerts returning to the Boston area, Dinosaur Jr. is scheduled to be at the House of Blues in Boston on November 27th. Tickets go on sale next Friday, March 19th at 10 a.m. And that's your sit rep. For more details on all of the stories, click the links in the show notes of this podcast. And don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss anything. New full-length episodes every Wednesday. Episode 40, featuring Jonathan McHugh, director of Long Live Rock, is available now.